morning children. Well, in today's class of economic application, we're going to start up a new lesson, that is new chapter, that is the types of economy. Now before we go on to switch on to the next lesson, let's have a quick recap on what we did in the last classes. Well, in the last classes we did the lesson that is the basic problem of economy, which we concluded with the topic the production possibility curve. Okay, those of you, if you haven't checked out all this lesson related to this chapter, kindly go through the school's official YouTube channel, where you shall find all the link related to this topic. Okay, so let's get started. Today's lesson, types of economy. Okay, so on the basis of ownership of a means of production, economies can be classified into three categories. First is the capitalistic economy, second socialistic economy, and the last is the mixed economy. In today's class we shall focus on what is capitalistic economy and the main features of capitalistic economy. Okay, but before we go on further, let's just discuss all three types of economy. First of all, the definitions first of all. Okay, now first, capitalistic economy. What is a capitalistic economy? Well, a capitalistic economy is an economy wherein all the means of production is owned by the private entrepreneur or a private individual. Okay, so there is no any interference by the government in the capitalist economy. A very good example of capitalist economy is in the world. Capitalist economy in the world are well, UK and USA are very good example of capitalistic economy. Okay, now the second type of economy is the socialist economy. Well, what is a socialist economy? Well, a socialist economy is an economy wherein the economic activities are regulated and controlled by a community or a government. Okay, why? So that so as to ensure economic welfare and equal opportunities to all the people. Okay, so some of a very good example of socialist economy in the world, North Korea, Vietnam. These are some countries where they practice socialist economy. Then we have the third kind of economy, and that is the mixed economy. What is mixed economy then? Well, a mixed economy refers to an economy wherein some important parts of production is undertaken by the government. Okay, and some are left for the private entrepreneurs. Okay, so therefore basically a mixed economy is a blend of both capitalist economy and as well as socialist economy. A very good example of mixed economy is India, Sweden, France. These are some of the countries in the world where they practice mixed type of economy. Okay, now we'll see what are the main features of capitalistic economy then. Okay, here we go. The first characteristics of capitalistic economy is private property and inheritance. Okay, let's see what it is then. Well, in capitalism, people have a right to acquire private property and right of inheritance. That means, what does this mean? It means that in capitalistic economy, people are free to acquire, means they can buy or own properties. Okay, and right of inheritance here means that a person, whoever owns a property or whatever land, etc., they have a right to inherit, means in the sense they can pass it on to the next generation. When we talk about right of inheritance, it can be of two types. First is they can you can pass it on to your immediate legal heir. Legal heir means it can be as your son or daughter and relatives, etc. Or it can also be a person whom you wish to transfer according to your wish. He may not be your blood relative or whatever. You can transfer it during a lifetime or after your death. So we have this two types of right of inheritance. So in the capitalism, you have a right to acquire, buy, own a property as well as inherit or pass it on to your next generation. Alright, so that's point number one. So next point is freedom of enterprise and contract. What does this mean then? Well, in capitalism, every individual is free to make his own economic choices without any intervention, and they are even free to get into any contract. Now what does this mean? It means that in capitalistic economy, people have a freedom to choose any occupation or profession that they like to do. Okay, and they also have freedom of enterprise, means they can put up or start up any businesses they like to, but there is some limit to it. Okay, they can put up or they can start up any sort of businesses they like according to their choices, but the limitation is that they cannot produce certain goods which is which is a threat to a nation, or which is, and those kind of things are exclusively left for the government. Like for example, you cannot put up a manufacture things like arms and ammunitions. That is though I said that in private in capitalism, private entrepreneurs are completely free to produce anything, whatever, but there are certain limitations. That these are some limitations where you cannot produce some items like productions of arms and ammunition, etc., are left for the government, because these are the things which is related to the national security of the country. Otherwise, the rest, they have freedom of what? Enterprise, start up any business, or they can choose any occupation. They have freedom to choose any occupation or a profession that they like to, or they also have a right to get into any kind of business contracts and all. Okay, that is in capitalism. Well, the next point is freedom of consumption. What is it then? Well, in capitalism, every individual is free to consume any commodity up to any extent. The consumer are treated as a king. Yes. Now, just as I told you that in capitalism, producers, they have a freedom of enterprise. That means they can start up any businesses like that. Similarly, in capitalism, even consumer, they have, a lot of freedom to consume any goods that they like. And especially in capitalism, customers or consumers are treated as a king. What does it mean? It means that producers, they produce goods and commodities, keeping in mind the taste and preferences of the customers. Okay, the producers make sure that and keep in mind that what are the tastes or what are the likings of the customer, keeping those making such researches, what the customers like, what is the current trend, etc. What are the current trend that the customers prefer. This kind of things they keep in mind, and then they produce the things. Okay, so in this way, if you see, in capitalism, consumers are treated as a king. Okay, the next point is market mechanism and price mechanism. What does this mean then? Well, in capitalism, price mechanism works like an invisible hand that controls the working of capitalistic economy. Okay, what does this mean then? Well, see, in capitalistic economy, the market forces of demand and supply determines the price and the level of production in the market. Understood? So the price of the commodity as well as the level of production, what is to be produced or how much is to be produced, is what is determined by what? The market forces of demand and supply. Okay. Well, the next point is competition. Okay. Under capitalism, there is high degree of competition because entrepreneurs compete for getting highest profit. On the other hand, buyers also compete for purchasing goods and services. Okay. Now, what does this mean then? See, competition is one of the very important features of capitalistic economy. Okay. There is a there is a high degree of competition in capitalism, in a sense that there is a healthy competition in capitalistic economy. The producers level, producers compete among themselves to get highest profit. That the main motive of the producers is what? To earn as much as profit, right? So in capitalism, producers compete among themselves to get more profit, as much as profit they want. Likewise, even consumers, they compete among themselves to get the best of the best goods. Not only customers and producers, even the workers, they compete among themselves to do a particular job or a particular work. Okay, so competition is the main essence or a very important feature or a part of capitalistic economy, right? Okay. Now, let's see the last point here. The last point is price motive. Now, what is it then? First, let's say, in capitalistic economy, the main objective of all the producers is to earn maximum profit. Okay, so profit is, in capitalistic economy, profit is the driving force. Okay, that means the main objective or the main aim of all the producers in the capitalistic economy is to what? Is to earn profit. They are in the market for what? To make profit, to earn profit. Remember that they are not there in the market to for the sake of social welfare or something like that. Okay, social welfare is not their motive. What is their main motive and intention and objective? Well, their main objective is to earn as much as profit that they are that is the main purpose, right? Okay, so these are the important features of capitalistic economy we studied. Okay, so I want you to first see, we'll not switch on to the next lesson immediately right now. In case you might get confused, so today we'll just stop here. So you please try to check your text and try to go through the text and see what I taught you today. Today we just learned about the 3 types of economy and then the features of capitalistic economy only. Okay, stay tuned in the next class, because in the next class we are going to have the immediate lesson, which is the merits and demerits of capitalistic economy. Okay, till then, stay connected and stay safe.